So yeah, I thought I'd better start getting through my grey pile of shame, so let's start with the Grafton monster. So open up the box, it comes in 2 baggies. Got the torso, the base and his legs in one, and then his arms and his hands are in the other box. Once again, they've put the attachments for the sprue on the base underneath, so it's quite simple. You don't get those horrible marks you used to get around the side of the base. I'm going to start by giving it a good wash in some isopropyl alcohol. That's going to take off any of the mould release and help it paint a bit better. So give it a good wash, leave it for a little while, took it out and put it on a cloth to dry. And once that was dry, it was time to start assembling. So I'm going to start with his little tiny weird shrimpy legs. Get them glued in place. So once they're on, I'm going to start with his big honking arm. I did find I didn't quite get it attached properly in the right place. I don't know if that was a problem with the mould or not, but there was a small gap which I did fill. Same around the legs, there was a little gap there. So end up gluing him down to the base, and that's him at this stage. As you can see, there is a gap there, but I am going to fill that. Glued his other arm on place. And then the decision. He comes with 2 separate hands. One's got the gloopy, not sure what the balls are to be honest, he throws at you, and one's completely empty. So why not do both? I'm going to magnetise them. So I'm going to start by drilling out the hole in his arm. It's quite good because it's got the assembly point there, so it's a convenient place to drill into the arm. Once that's drilled deep enough, I test it out to check the magnet's going to fit flush. So just a little bit of super glue. Push the magnet in place. And flatten it down. So for the hands, because they've got a little notch, I tend to drill a little hole out with a knife, so that gives me a good starting point. Drill that one out. Really important at this stage, attach your magnet onto the first one so you get the polarity right. Pop a bit of super glue into the hole on the hand. And then you can simply just push that into place. Do that for the other one. And then you've got the option of both hands. So let's start getting him painted then, shall we? So I actually started by base coating him grey. I'd normally go for a brown or a black, but I thought grey for this one. I've gone for a dark flesh colour to start with. So base coat the entire model in this dark flesh colour. And this is what I used for that. Then I do a heavy dye brush over the top with a lighter, like fleshy colour. So he ends up looking like that. And once again, this is the paint that I used. Then just repeat the process with slightly lighter colours. And I'm doing a couple of really light dry brushes with some lighter colours. Again, it's just building up colour on the model. So once I got to that stage, I did a brown wash over everything. That just ties in all the colours together, fills in some of the shadows and things on him, and just overall you get a better effect, I find. So I actually sponged off some of that to bring back some of the lighter colours underneath and just keep the dark tone in the shadows. While I was waiting for some of that to dry, I did actually go in and do the base colours, just get them blocked in. So these are the main colours I used for that, the grey for the base, and the red and the green for the signs, and these were the other two that I used. So I did go back in, I highlighted some of it, I did a darker wash in all the crevices and things so it looked a bit gloopier. Painted the hand at the same time so that ball was the same colour basically as the dark gloopy colours. And then I just did some dry brushing over the base to bring up some of the colours again. I did also varnish his nails. I just felt I added a little bit to it, made them look a bit grottier. And that's it all dry brushed over the base. And that's kind of basically it. Just last step, paint the rim black. So let's have a look at the finished Grafton monster then. So that's him in all his glory. I do need to re-sand down the joints on the hand because as you can see just here, there's a little gap there, but once I sand them down flatter, you shouldn't really notice it too much. Still not quite happy with some of the joints. I didn't fill them well enough, I don't think, but he'll do. And that's him with the other hand on. I did go in and do a couple more details, so that's the painted nails in his hand. And the scorched, I added a few like glowing green bits to his crystally things about the body. So yeah, quite happy with him in the end, and he'll come in useful for some games I've got planned in the future. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little short and sweet painting tutorial. It's the channel's second birthday next Tuesday, so I wanted to just thank everybody that's followed me, supported me, watched my videos over the past 2 years. It really does mean a lot to me that folk are watching me every single week. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.